Hey everybody, it's Leah Gordon. How are you? I'm here to talk to you about mapping out your monthly goals. I'm going to pull my glasses up until I get some comments because I get a glare off of them. So I'll put them down when I see comments so I can answer as we go. I'm doing this as a Facebook Live. Feel free to drop your questions, suggestions, whatever in the comments, and I'll go back and answer them, or the rest of the group can benefit from them. But I'm going to tell you why you have to map your monthly goals. And I know a lot of people are not on yet. I'm not sure if it has to be approved, but I'm going to go ahead and get started, I think. So the replay watchers don't have to see me talking about nothing, because I imagine I'm going to get more replay watchers on this than live watchers. So let's talk about mapping your monthly goals, why you must do it. So when you put a business goal out there, I'm going to compare it to like a fitness goal for a minute to give you an idea of why it's so important to have a plan. So say you decide today, July 9th, that by July 31st, you're going to lose 5 pounds and you're going to get to where you can run a 15-minute mile. And you're starting that today and you haven't ran and you don't have a weight loss plan. Well, you can say that, but how are you going to make it happen? You know, anyone can say they're going to lose 5 pounds and they can be like, oh, well, I'll switch to diet soda or I'll do this tomorrow. But when you write out the plan and you make it to where you're going to lose 1.5 pounds a week and you set your action plans into effect, like I'm going to drink more water. I'm not going to eat bread, rice, processed foods. I'm going to hit the gym 30 minutes a day, 4 times a week. And those are the steps you take that are going to allow you to reach that 5-pound weight loss. And if you want to run a faster mile, you're going to get on the treadmill and you're going to up your speed every so often until you reach your desired speed. If you want to run, and I'm saying a 15-minute mile because that's good for me. Some people want a 10-minute mile. But if I was going to start running today, if I could run a 15-minute mile by the end of this month, I would be super happy. And we each have our own goals. We each are at a different place in our business and we have our own goals. So for me, my next goal is to hit Golden Director. For some people, it could be to hit Emerald, or it could be to hit 25%, to be a 25%er. So everyone's goals aren't going to be the same, but you can still write out the steps to get there and achieve your own goal. Don't compare yourself to other people. So setting a business goal is a lot like setting any other goal. A budgeting goal, a fitness goal, a goal for school, like you want to make straight A's, so you have to put so many hours into studying, things like that. That is going to help you. Hey, I'm glad you're here. That is going to help you actually achieve your goal. So for those of you hopping on or the replay watchers, tell me what your goal is for July. So mine is to hit Golden Director. I have a solid director line. I'm a solid silver director. I want to hit golden. So I'm working with other people to build another director line to help them reach their goals. So tell me what your goals are. Tell me what you have written down, what you tell yourself every morning when you wake up. What are you going to do in July? What's your goal? And then I'll kind of help you break it down. So I know the steps I need to take to hit Golden Director. I live by them. I do them every day. I know what I have to do. Maintain Emerald and get another director. Ooh, Michelle, I know you can do it. Hey, Tammy. Yes, and so Michelle has already hit Emerald, so she obviously has a good work ethic, and she knows what she needs to do to get another director. She knows what she has to do. And your goals, when you set it, okay, say you're setting it to build a director, to have another director line, and it's like, I say build, but they're going to do it on their own. But you need another director line in your front line, in your organization to promote. If you're a director, you want to hit silver director. So when you set your goals, you're going to set like your personal volume goal, which this month we're all shooting for 1,000, right? Because we want to earn that free convention ticket. That's my goal. And I think my highest PV to date has been $620. So I'm setting my sights high to hit that $1,000 PV goal. So you said, hey, Tracy. Hey, Teresa. Yeah, you can do that, Teresa. Hey, Christina. Hey, Patricia. Okay, so when you're setting your goals, you're going to set your personal volume. Everybody should set it at $1,000 this month. Why not have your chance to earn that free convention ticket? Your group volume, and that's really important when you want to hit the 25% club. You have to get to 5,000 in group volume. Then you want to set a goal for your own personal recruits and set a goal for your team-wide recruits. So my team right now, I think, is at about 330 people. We have a lot of team members. And they're all different. They have different goals. Some want to build, some want the discount, some want to do this. But when I look at the numbers and I think if I want to earn a certain amount this month, if I want to promote to Golden Director, I need to personally recruit 10 people. And I already told you my PV goal is to sell $1,000. So and my group volume goal this month is $35,000. My team recruits, I want my team to add 55 people, and that'll be a big month for us. We haven't hit over the 50 member mark yet, and that is what I want to do this month, is add 55 people to my team. So I have it written down in front of me, my personal volume goal, my group volume goal, my personal recruits, and then my team recruits, like what we're going to end up at the end of the month. And you set those down. Hey, Anna. You set your goals down in writing, and then you're checking in every week to see where you are. So the same way with like a fitness goal. If you set to lose 5 pounds by month end, you're going to want to lose 1.5 pounds a week. If I want to sell $1,000 in a month, I need to hit 250 in PV every week. So set your goal and then break them down into manageable amounts. You don't want it to become the 20th of the month and you haven't sold anything and you've got to sell $1,000, or you're going to feel like a failure. You want to break it down into smaller, manageable goals. And when you think of the steps you need to do to sell that every week, I mean, you track what you do. Okay, so if you need to sell $250 a week to hit your monthly goal, and week 1 ends and you've sold $50, look at the steps you took. Did you make 1 live video, or did you make 7? Did you message 7 people, or did you message 50? Did you post in your VIP group once, during that entire week, or did you post 25 times? I get the majority of my sales from a closed VIP group. I've had that group for like 5 years. I've been in direct sales for 6 years. But you need to find what works for you to make sales. I put videos on YouTube. I use Instagram. I use Instagram stories. I do Facebook. I do Facebook stories. I have my VIP group. And I'm telling you, where I get my most sales is my VIP group. But that could be different for you. You may realize when you go live, you get 5 sales a day. Every time you do a live, you get 5 sales. And when you track it every week, you can write that down and say, oh my goodness, when I go live, I get 5 sales. Why am I not going live every day and talking about my favorite products, or doing, showing different foundations? When you find your bread and butter, that's what you're going to go with. And you don't neglect the other avenues, because you're constantly, you want to diversify. You want to build up your avenues to make new sales, to network, to get new people wherever you need them. Like, I'm constantly adding people to my VIP group. But when you track what you've done in a week, and then you see, okay, this week I sold X amount of dollars, I had X amount of recruits, and if I do this for 4 weeks, I'm going to have 4 times that. What you do pays off not only today, but tomorrow and the next week and the next month. And before you know it, right, as much exposure as you can get. You use what you have. You may have something that works better for you, but put yourself out there on all the avenues, because if you post on Instagram all month and get 2 sales, that's 2 sales you wouldn't have if you weren't posting. And those people could turn into, I have a drink, I lost it. Okay, I got my drink. Those 2 sales could turn into 2 new team members, because your best team members are people who have used the product, people who love it, and then they want to get their 50% off. So when you're mapping your goals, so if you haven't done this yet, start today. Put down July 9th and write down everything you did today. And then in a week, look back at everything you did and track your numbers for that week. How much did you sell? What did you do? Now, if you're a team leader, you have a team to lead, and that's a huge part of your promotions. So you never neglect what you're doing personally. If you're not growing, your team's not growing. If you're not selling, your team's not growing. So for me, my sales are just as important as leading my team. But I'm leading my team every single day. I have a team page, I have a team chat, and I ask them for their monthly goals so I can help them. I kind of hold them accountable. If somebody says, I want to hit director, divide that into 4 weeks. You can divide it into 31 days. It's a 31-day month. I don't like to wait until the last minute. You can divide your sales into 31 days, but I like to break it up into weeks, to 4 weeks. Every month has 4 weeks. So if one of my leaders comes to me and says, I want to sell $2,000 this month, I want to promote to this level, we're going to break it down into brackets of 4. And at week 1, I'm going to say, congratulations, you did it. You are kicking butt. You're hitting your goals. What can I do to help you in week 2? We're going to keep this momentum. We're going to make it work. But that's something you do as a leader, because your team grows not only with your sales and your personally recruits, but with the people you recruit. You help them grow, and you're only going to grow. We don't promote without having directors, and building up those directors, you're teaching them how to duplicate so they can build up their own directors. So that's a really important part of goal setting, is to make sure you're working with the people who want you. We can't motivate people who don't want to do it, and you shouldn't. You can't push people, and you can't motivate people who don't want to be motivated. But when you find someone who is a runner and who wants to promote and who tells you, I want to do exactly what you're doing, those are the people you invest your time in. So in your weekly goal planning, you can put, I'm going to invest 2 hours a day in leadership. And that's not even a lot of time. I'm telling you, 2 hours a day, that's like 2 30-minute phone calls, a 30-minute video in your team page, and 30 minutes checking in with your team members. So focus on your front line. You can't do it with your whole team. That's why you really want to build up your front line to be strong leaders. But I'm telling you, when you build a team, spending 2 hours a day on leadership is nothing. It's going to fly by, and you're going to love it because that is where you get, that's where I get my satisfaction. Like building my leaders and having them become independent, that's where I feel proud. And then they go do it to other people, and they don't need me anymore. And, I'm learning stuff from them. And obviously I still check in with them, but my leaders really become my best friends. They're the people I talk to every day. They're the people I want to travel with to convention and do things like that. But when you invest that 2 hours a day in your leadership, it's really going to pay off. Motivation comes from within. It does. I'm constantly, talk to your team. They tell us you can't motivate people, but you can inspire them. You can inspire them to do what you're doing. When you post your successes, when you post, hey, and in my team page, I'll do this. I'll say, I made this post, and these people messaged me, and and these are the results I got. I share them with my team because, you can't motivate someone to want it, but you can inspire them and show them what's possible. So that has got to be a part of your monthly mapping. And if right now you don't have a team and you're visualizing it in your head, you can have a team. Talk about yourself. If you have a team, shout them out. If you don't have a team yet, talk about what Farmasi has to offer and what they get from you when they join you. They're going to get 100% of your time. And if you're super knowledgeable and you've educated yourself, that's going to be a blessing to them. So don't feel like because you don't have a team, you're not a leader, because you're just waiting for that team to pop in. You know what to do. Like you're ready. They're going to have the best leader in the world. So when you're recruiting, prospecting, be confident and be proud of yourself. And then the most important thing I want you to do is write these goals down, but then check in. Check in a week. Look at the goals you made and see where you are. Adjust as necessary. Don't lower your goal. Work harder. If you set your goal to do so much this month and you're behind after week 1, don't lower your goal. Raise the effort you put into it. Look at what you did last week and go, go twice as hard or go 10 times harder. Work 10 times harder. We share. If you share Farmasi, people are going to join you. We have the best opportunity out there. And it really starts with you telling people what they're going to get by working with you. If you're not telling people, they're going to hear it from someone else. So don't feel bad sharing the opportunity, because it's the best opportunity around, and you're going to be a little bit disappointed if your friends join someone else and not you, because they heard it from someone else first. So don't set yourself up for that heartbreak. Tell your friends, tell your network, tell your family, tell everyone, and put that as a part of your goal setting. When you're setting your PV goals, like I said, figure out where your bread and butter is, where you get those sales. When you set your group volume goals, ask your team what their goals are, set your group volume based on that. Your personal recruits, that's up to you. We have people recruiting 30 people a month. When you set your personal recruits, that kind of depends on how many people you're out there offering the opportunity to and what kind of attraction posts you're making. Your team recruits, ask your team how many people they want to add to their business this month. Take their answers and your answer and set your goal and check in every single week. Don't wait until the end of the month and realize you're behind. You could be ahead, but you just don't want to get shell-shocked at the end of the month and be like, oh my goodness. If you break it into manageable steps, you can do it. That's my advice. Thank you all for joining me. If I missed any questions or anything, I'll answer them. If you have any questions, comment, and I'll help you as much as I can. I feel like we're all on the same page here. We're all driven. You wouldn't be in this group if you weren't driven, self-motivated, and ready to promote. But in any time, I'm here for y'all to answer your questions. So I'll see you later. Bye.